It's that time of the week again, guys. We are here for some Zero to Hero action. This is the series on the channel where we give a card away every week, where we're scouting the best budget players in different regions. As we take this account on a journey, but starting with absolutely nothing, can we put some zeros in there, some guys that cost absolutely next to nothing, and get us on the path to winning boxes, to crafting some essence, to get some star caliber heroes into the club. And I must say, guys, this week was a great weekend for the Zero to Hero series. We competed in all the usual competitions, and we had our last opportunity to get involved in the Mbappe competition giveaway. This series is aimed at Sorare scouts and managers of all levels and experiences. If you are brand new and you're looking for beginner tips, this is a great series, a great video to get stuck into, as well as the other content we've got on the channel that is specifically aimed at the beginners, which will be linked at the end of this video in case you need that. If you are brand new and you haven't opened up your account yet, there's a link in the description in this video that will get you $50, pounds, euros, whatever your currency is, of auction credit, of market credit, to go out there and reinforce your club as well. By clicking on that link, you support all the content here at the channel, and I do sincerely thank you for doing so. If you get stuck, or if you've got any questions, jump into the comment section on this one and I'll come and respond to you. Obviously, the comment section for this video, again, is where we're going to be giving away any cards next week. So make sure to stay tuned in the video to see what the stipulations is for the giveaway this week. And as we crack open the club and we have a look at our results from the weekend, we have got some more promotions, guys. We are climbing that ladder. We are going up the divisions, and we are now in some of the tippy top divisions, which is absolutely fantastic. So from the basic tutorial, we're going to get a Rivals reward box. And then from the advanced tutorial, we've pulled another limited premium box. And we are congratulated by Sorare for completing the basic tutorial, so we're kicked out of that is what I'm feeling, and now we've got the advanced tutorial at our disposal. But if we have a look at the results we had last weekend, sadly the Mbappe team didn't get over the line. There was no boxes, no raffle tickets to be won there. And in the Premier League, we didn't get into any box positions here. Sadly, Becker absolutely throttled us. I didn't go back in and edit this. I don't know if his DNP was known before the deadline. In fact, I think I did do this quite late in the day. But the outfield selections here were all pretty tidy, were all pretty good. And if we did get the goalkeeper on the pitch, we might have got some extra boxes in there. But in Champion, for the basic tutorial, that is all completed. We've pulled a box from Division 1, and I think that's probably the criteria on kicking you out, so you can't just farm it forever. And in the advanced tutorial, we did get a box, but we're still in Division 2, and this weekend we're going to be in Division 1. And Teji Savernier, our Champion Zero, came in clutch, double decisive, dropping 85 points. Isn't that just the Teji we all know and love already? Establishing himself as a firm club legend here on the Zero to Hero series. So we had some success, we had some near misses. So let's open up the Rivals box first of all and see what we get from it. It's probably going to be arena tickets, but can we get lucky and pull a card? Yes, we have. Look at that. Early access Reiss Nelson. Wow, that is a huge W. And, you know, he's not any better than Daniel Munoz. So Reiss Nelson is going to be the card that we give away in the next video. We've already got a giveaway card sorted for this one. But Reiss Nelson is who we're going to give away next week. So that's an absolute huge W. GG's to us for pulling that out. And the Rivals box must have been out of that basic tutorial. So yeah, nice win, nice card pull there. And I think that's us won a couple of cards on the bounce now for this account, which is all good fun. And the Reiss Nelson will be a great early access card for one of you guys to win, especially if you're a Fulham collector. And then we get the limited premium box. The chances of a card aren't insignificant. 15% is there. That's not too bad. And a huge chance of level ups. We collected a level up last week. Maybe we'll come to use them as time goes on. But let's hope we get another card. Maybe we'll have 2 cards to give away next week. And we do! And it is Nicholas Dorsch! Wow! Would you believe it? We have went and pulled in an FC Barcelona, which is my club, icon, a legend of the game. I can't believe he's 26 now, by the way. One of the most impressive things for Nicholas Dorsch for me was being a part of that German youth under-21 team that won the Euros. And it was like Wirtz and Adeyemi and Rom and Schlotterbeck, and that was a great squad, and Dorsch was in the heart of the midfield there after doing so well in Belgium. Now finds himself at Heidenheim. He's not cracked into the team yet, but if this guy goes back to Belgium, which he was close to doing in this transfer window before ending up at Heidenheim, it could be an absolute killer. It was Anderlecht he was linked to, if memory serves me right. But yeah, Dorsch, what a huge card. This has got 2 extra cards to maybe use this weekend before we give them away next week. If we jump back in and refresh my memory of who we've got in the club at the moment, we've already pulled the Daniel Munoz off the Zero to Hero for the Premier League Zero. We've got Teji for our Champion Zero. And look at what they've won us already. We've already won 3 cards. Dorsch, Nelson and Holler. as well as the Romero that we got for opening the account. So we've already got 4 cards ready to give away. One of them will be given away in the video today, and we'll definitely give away one next week. And we'll kind of, we'll plot a course with this. But the only cards that we're keeping at the moment is Munoz and Teji. I don't think any of these guys are any better than the zeros we've already brought in. So these are the guys that we would, if this was like a real account, we would use these cards in the market to maybe roll them into something better and compound in the success that we've had to get a guy that we've ID'd as being better for the club. But because this is my content to give back to you guys, these cards are all going to get given away except for the zeros that we've got incumbent. So absolutely buzzing. What a start to the account we've had here. But last week, guys, we scouted out the Challenger Zeros that we wanted to bring into the club, and you guys voted on the YouTube channel homepage en masse. And we have brought in our Challenger Zero to help us go into this weekend, Michel Ange Balikwisha. Now, he is injured at the moment. I think that's a big part of the reason why we find him so cheap, and I'm not too sure that we're going to be able to use him right away. But he's the guy that you voted for to come in and be our Challenger Zero to try and help us win some much more exciting Challenger cards on that path to bring in more heroes into the club. So thanks to everyone that suggested Balikwisha. Thanks to everyone that voted for him. Of course, we welcome into the club with open arms. And as we have a look into the weekend ahead, we're going to start off with the Premier League Basic tutorial. Now, again, if we snatch a box based on what we've seen so far, I think that will be the end of the road for the common only, the basic tutorial. So we want to make sure that we bang hard. We want to make sure that we get right high on the leaderboard and we can actually, get some more results, get some more boxes and such. And as I look at the goalkeeper selections for this weekend, by the way, there's not an easy pick in the Premier League. There's not a great goalkeeper option that jumps out at me as, yeah, he's got a good game and he will definitely play and they won't concede that many. Maybe Emi Martinez actually against Ipswich is a great shout. Ederson Newcastle, Vicario against Man United. Becker's injured. Robert Sanchez. Yeah, I actually think it could be Emi Martinez, which is not a bad shout. It's actually a pretty decent game away to Ipswich, but the clean sheet is somewhat unlikely. But you just don't believe that Everton, pardon me, not Everton, I'm just looking at Pickford there, that Ipswich are going to score 3. And that's really the thing that we're mainly avoiding when goalkeepers. Leno against Forest could do okay, I suppose. Sales against Fulham could do okay. But yeah, I don't think there's... Oh, Kepa against Southampton, by the way. I actually like that unlocks. I don't think Southampton are that prolific, and that could be a good one for them. I think he's a wee bit more clean sheet capable. And then at home at Southampton, bit of a South Coast derby, of course. Then Emi away to Ipswich. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with Kepa at the moment. Let me know in the comment sections what you think of that shout. I think that's maybe the way to go for this one. And then when we look in defence, again, we're just trying to imagine who is going to be the highest scoring defender at the end of the Premier League game week. I see Gab Mag in here, reigning supreme. Guardiola away at Newcastle. Trent away to Wolves. These are games that could be okay, but are not definitive smasher games, big team versus small team. You're more trying to play the hunch on, the form, the fitness, the tactics of these teams smashing off each other. And as we scroll down, let's say there's not that many fixtures that we want to deliberately target and hunt a player out. So I do think for defence, we're after a standalone individual that has really good merit, has a really good fixture, and similar to the goalkeeper. I don't need them to be differentials, I just really need them to smash. I think the goalkeeper could be a good enough differential as I speak to you now. Calafiore, by the way, I did say he was going to be the highest scoring Arsenal defender when he gets into the team. Also scored that wonder goal against City. I don't know how likely he is to play this game, so I don't know if he's a little bit risky. 90% on to play. Very good clean sheet chance there. He could get some sick 8-8 and maybe another decisive. You never ever know. But yeah, Saliba, Gab Mag, Guardiola, Trent. A tough one defence this week, I think. I'm between Trent and Calafiore, I think, or Gab Mag. An Arsenal defender, essentially. I just think they're the two better games for defences to look at. And I think we just go on peak potential, which is Trent. Now, in midfield at the moment, we've actually not got a lot of great options available to us. KDB, unlikely to be in this game. Rodri, obviously out for the season. No Odegaard either. So we are looking to find someone who is definitely going to play. It's got maybe 15 plus all around in their locker, as well as being decisive capable. But again, the Premier League doesn't have that many amazingly obvious fixtures to lean into. So it is going to be a matter of opinion. It's going to be a matter of projecting who could do the best, who could make the difference. And I think I'm going to take Declan Rice at home at Leicester. It feels like a game where he could do very good on all around. And in the absence of Odegaard, we'll probably have to venture into the final third a little bit more than normal. And I think that's just a good recipe for a really solid player to come out of this. The forward options are kind of less exciting generally in the Premier League. We're looking at Haaland, we're looking at Son, and then Isak, he's playing City. I do like the look of Cunha against Liverpool, but that's just my bias to being a bit of a Cunha stan. And again, as I look through the rest of this, Morgan Rogers actually might not be a bad shout because he's quite double decisive capable. I was going to say he's got a bit of AA in his locker, but it's not shown on the last game where he's actually got that decisive. So it makes him look like decisive or not when it comes to the AA capture that he's got. But that could be a game where it all comes together for him. I like Kulusevski. It's a tough match. Hard to know the minutes and the impact that he has. We've got... yeah, once we get down here, there's just nobody that appealing. I think we just take Haaland playing Newcastle. But Newcastle have been very defensively resolute. So I might want to slide past that, actually. Son, double decisive last week against Brentford. I think against Man United, like he's definitely going to be up for it. And Man United played away to 20 on the Wednesday night, and on Thursday night, Tottenham are at home to Qarabag. So, depends on when this game is. If I just check the fixtures quickly. So, if Tottenham are playing Thursday, Man United played Wednesday. They're playing each other on the 29th, which would be the Sunday. Man U at home. I'm not too sure that overly out and out favours one team over the other, but it's just a little dynamic I actually want to stay away from. They've both played midweek. So yeah, actually, if I'm kind of ruling myself a little bit out of Haaland, just in case Pope turns out big, maybe Salah is the play to go, because I do think that Wolves do concede. I think Salah is maybe one of the best shouts here. I think I'll go with Mo Salah for this one. So we've got a wee bit of double Liverpool on the go here. And then for the final man, I'm just after who do I think will be the highest scoring player that we have not yet selected. And it could be Tielemans, by the way. His form really does appeal to me. It's very decisive reliant at the moment, but you can see that 71 there against Everton. Maybe not quite as much, but 29 AA and 14 AA with double decisive in the last two games. He's got a good bit of form going into that. So he's definitely worth in it. He's definitely appealing. I do like Guardiola a lot because being that defender and how high he is on the pitch, his AA has been sick. But if they don't score, if he doesn't get involved in any decisives against Newcastle, then it's not going to be that great. We're after somebody that could maybe do that and is a bit more likely to smash. And I can't really look past Son, really, at this stage. So I think I'll go Son Salah. I'm just going to go double attack. We'll captain Trent. We've got Rice in midfield, and we're going with Kepa for the most clean sheet capable. Ooh, line up one set. Nice wee graphics, sorry. Thank you very much. So that means we get into the pro lineup now. And I'll take Emi Martinez on this one. We'll try and be a little bit less cute. We're going to play Daniel Munoz, our zero in there. In midfield, we'd taken Rice, so we'll go and select him again, as well as Salah in attack. Now, we didn't take a common defender. We took Trent last time. I think I'll just take Trent for this team to fill it out. So we've got a nice right back, left back kind of situation on the go. Captain Trent, Salah up top, Rice in midfield. World Cup winner goalkeeper. That's a set. Love that. So for champion, the basic tutorial is now completed. It is only the advanced tutorial, and we're in Division 1. So this is the Teji Savernier team. So across European football, who is the best looking goalkeeper this weekend for a clean sheet? Maybe some decent all around that can get us up and go. Now, a lot of these goalkeepers ordered in L15 are like backups and stuff, so it kind of muddies the water. I'm having a quick glance at this, but Magic Mike at home to Lecce feels really hard to look past, so we'll kind of plop him in there now. And do we have another one of those provincial top-end goalkeepers in a great fixture? We've got Cone against Teji, so we'll be avoiding Cone. We've still got the Premier League guys. Sommer away to Udinese is one of the guys I was looking out for. De Gregorio away to Genoa. Bryce Samba playing Nice. Yeah, I think some of the more... Milinkovic-Savic is playing Lazio. I think some of the more traditional smasher goalkeepers we've got on the continent just don't really have that great a game. I think it is Magic Mike. And then when we come to look at defence, I really just want to take Grimaldo because I know Grimaldo's going to play. There's not going to be any rotation from Leverkusen playing against Bayern. Grimaldo's a big game player. His AA is incredible. He's very decisive, capable. Teji will be our midfielder in here. Look, Yamal. I was going to say Lookman there. Yamal away to Osasuna. He could have another great match. No two ways about it for me. Is there anyone else in the forward category that can be on par with Yamal? Yamal's away. Oh, Pulisic at home. That feels OP. Let's take Pulisic. And then the final man, who do I think is going to be the top scoring player that we've not picked yet? It could be a Bayern player very comfortably, but Bayern versus Bayer is maybe a game I want to stay away from in this setting, although I need to do it in Sorare Pro for my own club with the likes of Wirtz and one or two others. We've then got the Madrid derby, which somebody like Bellingham could smash 100 in, don't get me wrong, but I actually think Real Madrid could play a lot better now that Mbappe isn't there, and that makes me want to pick Rodrigo because I just think he will just be on fire potentially. But Atleti are no pushover. That will be a tough game. We've still got Kane here. Pascal Gross at home to Bochum, but that feels like a bit of me. I think we plug him in. And I'm probably going to captain Pulisic. I think he's very 100 capable. The most 100 capable we've got in this team. So there we go. We're setting for champion. Loving a bit of that. And then for the first time, we should be looking to play challenger. But like I mentioned already, I don't think we're going to have Balakwisha ready, willing and able to play for us. Yeah, so he's not available on the latest projections on Predictify for this game week. So we'll give that a slide. We'll give that a dodge. We'll just be playing with the commons for this one. And it gives us our first time, our first taste, our first option to have a wee look at who is actually available here and start to get that lens on of, you know, Franco Israel here, of who could be the guy to go for. And what's actually interesting about this is you do get to see a lot of guys that don't have cards actually become available for selection. And some of these guys are really good, and it's always a shame that they don't have cards. But always love seeing, you know, more availability for common cards. So who's this guy? Fabio for Fluminense. He seems pretty solid. Don't know enough about the Brazilian league, but to jump right into that, it's maybe something we'll need to develop a wee bit of intel, a little bit of insight into over the coming weeks. But I think Alexander Palmer here, who's in pretty good form, and he plays for West Brom against Chef U. They should add the clean sheet thing in here. See the update they've had? They should add the clean sheet thing in for goalkeepers, so you know if they've done well without a clean sheet. I know it seems pretty obvious that they would do it when they've got it, but sometimes they do it without it, and it'd be nice to highlight that when possible. I'm going to take the Trubinator in goals. At home feels a wee bit better than maybe Franco Israel. Bascagli has to be the defender, doesn't he? Look at some of these smashers, by the way. Evander, Hartel, Gedson, all absolute rinse merchants right now. Gold is in pretty good form. Pote, Rusnak. Wow, midfield choices here are so incredible, by the way. Some of them are not in the best form, but enough of them have got like good form to say the least, you know. So plenty of options here. Maybe that's for your taste. Maybe you want to try and pick some different guys depending on your risk tolerance or your intel, your knowledge. Ganso. Not today, sadly. He's not. I need to look into that. But Ganso's an old hero. Can't believe he's still playing. We've got Lord Vanakin there. We've got Yari V. And we've got Joey V. Joey Veerman. Almada, is he playing well in Brazil? He is. He's doing well in Brazil. On his way to Europe in January. Watch out. Watch this space. Alexei Miranchuk. Yeah, I think we're going to take somebody from the top order. Who had the better games? I like the idea of Veerman, but Hartel at home to SKC could be an easy one. Just cheat code to MLS at home, get some set pieces, etc. Gedson's on great form. Obviously, his last match wasn't as impressive. And double Rusnak there. I don't know how that's possible. Heel at home in Nashville. Was playing Nordischland away. But I do think that Besiktas fixture looks pretty good. And the one player, away to Kayserispor. The one player I did really like, actually, when I was scrolling through the first time, potentially, would be João Mario. Because since moving to Turkey, he's actually hit the ground running. This is a guy that's very, very good. And I think he could continue his form pretty feasibly. Gyökeres away probably is the pick, isn't he? Dries Mertens at home could be great. Chucho could be great. Wow, the firepower here is actually a very dense region. There's so many great options. And when it comes to actual cards, like if you're buying limiteds or rares, there's actually a lot of... Oh, Karamoko! We could play a wee Karamoko. Wouldn't that be fun? Don't know how smashing he is, but compared to some of the other guys we've got, and maybe we just take something a bit more reliable. Kerem Aktoglu here. When did he get to Portugal? Is this Portugal? That's still Turkey. There's Portugal there. So from this game here, bang, 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 he is on it. I think maybe we take Kerem Aktoglu. It's a decent forward shot. Who else was the other forwards? Gyökeres. Oh, it's kind of hard to look past him at the moment, isn't it? He's just... Yeah, I think we need to take Gyökeres, sorry. Aktoglu. And then the fifth man could be Aktoglu, but I've got a feeling we're probably going to find someone a little bit safer, a little bit punchier. with some of the guys we've already seen in some of the previous categories. Yeah, I think we'll be taking this Serginho guy that's at Midgetland. They are playing, where did they go? They're playing Viborg, so I think I'll be plugging him in, no problem at all. And wow, who to captain, by the way? Probably not Mario, maybe not Trubin. Let's go with Buscaglia. He feels like the captain pick here. Now, the last competition we've got to play in is the Contender region. Now, you guys actually jumped into the comment sections already last week and gave me all the Contender nominations that we needed to get ourselves up and going. Now, the next thing, so for the giveaway next week, so we've got some players to scout that we're looking for, is the best value, the best bang for buck goalkeeper in any region that you can find. The cheapest goalkeepers I've been able to find at limited level are circa £15. So if you can get under £15 with a starting goalkeeper who is not terrible, then those are the exact sort of guys that we're looking for. And I know there is some restrictions there, but let's keep it to at least under 25, okay? And if it could be champion, that would be fantastic, but we'll accept nominations of any region, and we're going to look at the best value, the best bang for buck goalkeeper on next week's video. If you want to be involved in the giveaway for next week, that's what you need to do, is drop a comment down below of the best bang for buck, the best points per pound, the best budget goalkeeper that we could possibly find in limited. Drop that into the comment section. The best selections will feature in the video next week, and we'll pick a random comment to win a card. But this week we have our 4 nominations for our Contender 0 to take on the way to being a hero. And this guy was nominated by more than one of you. His name is Isaac Lidberg. He's a 26-year-old striker, forwardish player, really good L5 and all the rest of it. He's classic card, fits the remit perfectly. He's under £1. Even the in-season, by the way, is not too pricey at £3 or £4. And his scores are pretty okay. You know, like, he's not an amazingly prolific striker, of course, but he does have, like, sincerely 70-plus capability in the right game, in the right circumstances. Maybe his playtime is a little bit all over the place. He has just transferred from Holland to German 2 division, so maybe that's a little bit of a fly in the ointment. We don't really have a great track record of him at that level, in that division, to go with him. But already his L5 or his L4, since he's been there, the AA is much better than what it was in Holland. And the decisives are at exactly 1 per game. So maybe you don't want to read too much into it and you just kind of take it on face value. He's scoring, he's getting better at AA, and he seems to be much more ever-present in the team, in the Darmstadt team, compared to when he was in Holland. So this is a guy that a forward option is good, because I think in Contender there's a lot of guys to choose from for defence and midfield, certainly. So if we had a forward that was just plug and play, then we're looking for the best clean sheet opportunities, the best fixtures for midfielders, that sort of thing. So Isaac Lidberg, again, receiving multiple nominations from you guys. We had Tom Ducroc, the Bastia player, midfielder, decent L5 and 15 again. The classic is under ATP. That is fantastic. The in-season is about £3, give or take. And his scores are a bit more solid, a bit more consistent, a bit more of that kind of higher average without being spectacular. So this is a guy that I think could keep us going week to week. And with that bonus that the captain gets, not the captain, that the card will get for being unlimited versus the common, it might just make these scores a little bit more palatable, a bit more appealing. That will help us get into the leaderboards. He does have big scores in him. I just worry for our 0. He's maybe missing a wee bit of 70-plus capability, but under ATP for a classic card, I don't think he's a bad shout at all. The next nomination we got was Dominic Baumgartner. Now, this guy made it into the top 4 for me because I've heard of him already. I've already seen this guy around the block once or twice. He plays for Wolfsberger. His L5 and 15 are all okay. His classic is under £3, which is good enough. His in-season is just under a tenner. So straight away this tells you, compared to the last guys that we've seen, he's maybe got a little bit more in his arsenal, a little bit more in his repertoire. And he does, you know. So this is a guy that I think fits the 0 to hero mode a little bit better. We do need to pay for it, but compared to the other guys, he's maybe like quadruple the price of some of the other nominations that we've had. But I think the scores really do justify it. And as a defender, it then means we can rotate attackers for goal scoring opportunities a little bit better than we would with like the Lidberg or the Ducroc in midfield. We can pick our battles a little bit better. So he's my personal favourite out of this list, to be honest with you. But it is up to you guys. On the channel, YouTube channel homepage, there is going to be a vote for you to pick who you think is the best 0, one of these 3 guys, or on his way back from injury, Leighton Clarkson. Now, this is a guy I know a lot of people in the Contender region are high on. Again, the classic It's very cheap because he's just coming back from an injury. I don't know if he'll manage to play. Yeah, he has actually came back. I couldn't remember if that was a cup game or not, but he is back in the building. Let's see what his minute management is like. And his scores are definitely not on the same scale as Baumgartner's in this kind of little periods here. But if we look at his all-time for Aberdeen, he's definitely had those periods where he can absolutely smash, and he could be a genuine hero in this region if that form returned, which maybe it will, maybe it won't, who knows. But he's a fraction the price of Baumgartner. He's probably got a higher ceiling, but a worse average kind of read of numbers, if that makes sense. So this is definitely a one where I need the help of you guys voting in there. Who do you think is the best zero to bring into the club? Is it Leighton Clarkson? Is it Dominic Baumgartner? Is it Tom DeRock? Is it Isaac Lidberg? Vote now on the YouTube channel homepage if you want to be entered into the giveaway. For this week's giveaway, we have the Lucas Honger. Now, as I look at the Lucas Honger right now, that's who we won last week, but I've still got this Isaac Romero, and I'm just trying to wonder, like, who would be better to actually give away this week? Would it be the Romero or would it be the Honger? I think I want to do the Honger because you guys probably thought that's who was given away because of what I said in the video last week. So maybe hang on for Isaac Romero, and maybe do we actually use him this week? I just went and set a common Celtic team into this, and I think I'll do the same, but I'll put Romero in. Yeah, I think we'll do that. We'll see if we can pull anything from this. And then we'll need to work out a nice wee slot to give away the Isaac Romero in. We've got last week's video loaded in to the comment picker here on YouTube. So good luck to everyone that's involved in this one. Thanks again to everyone that entered. If you want to be in with a chance of winning one of those cards that we won today, either the Nicholas Dorsch or the Reece Nelson, we'll make it Reece Nelson. We'll give away Reece Nelson next week. Then you need to get into the comment section on this video. Get your suggestions in for who the best value goalkeeper is going to be. We've got 36 entrants into the giveaway this week. Good luck to every one of you. Thanks again for all the support on the content and on the channel. All the kind words and messages really do mean a lot to me. And without you guys, we really couldn't do any of this. I've got high hopes for the Zero to Hero this weekend. It will smash out even more boxes and hopefully pull some more cards for you guys to be giving away. And Dorian McDonald, my XMX, I have a question, and he has just now won a card. So thanks for asking your question, Dorian. You have now won yourself a Holler, I think his name was. I'll be in touch with you to zip that over. Congratulations once again. At any point in the video, guys, if you did laugh or learn or like something or whatever, I hope you have subscribed to the channel already. On screen and now some other stuff that I've made that YouTube thinks you might enjoy. Have a great weekend. Stay out of trouble, and I'll catch you on the next one.